Marty, thank you so much. All right. Welcome to the show, everyone. It's about time to get started. Let me get my speakers on, and we're going to get started here. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Whoops. Julie and Milo show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to the stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. And how they are loving that ONPASSIVE way. ONPASSIVE. It's a here today ONPASSIVE. There's just no better way. Listen to the Julie and the Milo show. Then you will be the very first to know. ONPASSIVE, it's here today. Julie and Milo show is coming your way. Friday, Wednesday night ONPASSIVE. Oh yeah. Woo! Well, I usually say Julie, but Julie is not here today. She is still under the weather. She said she'd like to take the rest of the week off. I said, hey, that's fine. We're going to go on, and thank you all for coming to the show. Remember to say a prayer for Julie and her daughters that everything gets back to normal for them. And all the other founders around. I know a lot of us are, we're working and we're burning the midnight oil, and that's not always good for our health per se. But man, is it an exciting time to be in ONPASSIVE or what? So, good morning. How does Julie say it? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. We're so glad you're here. And remember, if you was not here, we would not even have a show, because I know I ain't going to want to listen to myself, But anyway, so good to have you on the show. But we have a wonderful show for you tonight. Of course, we're going to go with the same format that we did before. But before we do, we got some special guests. So I'm going to bring them forward first. And then we will go into the format like we do, which is, I'll count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And whoever smashes that button first and gets their hand up first, they get to pick the product that we're going to talk about. We'll talk about that product, and the leaders will discuss it. And then, if we've got 3 or 4 other people, raise your hand as soon as that the first one does. If you want to talk about that product, we'll probably take 3 or 4 people. Then we'll go on to the next product. All right. Sound good? You got 3 minutes to say whatever you want to. Of course, the leaders, they can have 5 minutes or whatever, but we'll just kind of run it through as quick as we can so we can move it right along. So let me bring to the front and introduce to you. You need no introductions. These guys don't need an introduction. Every one of them is the top of the line. But we have Engineer Mike is here with us tonight. Mike, say something to us, brother. Engineer Mike, are you here? I seen you here. You must be muted. Is Mike here, Lynn? There he is.
He sure is.
Say hello, Mike.
Hello, Milo. Everybody.
There we go. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Good to have you on the show tonight, Mike. Thanks for joining us, man, and thanks for lending your expertise to us, man. It's going to be a good show. We're going to talk about products and stuff, and I know you know them. You know them all and some of the finer points of them. So good to have you on the show. Thanks for coming tonight. All right, and next on the show, we have Mr. Jeffrey Morlock. Now, we all know Jeffrey, and he knows products left and right. And so he's one of the guys that when I thought about products, man, get Jeffrey Morlock here. Jeffrey, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know you're busy, man, and everything, but thank you so much for joining the show tonight and helping us out. All right, and next we have Mr. Red Renford all the way from the UK. And what time is it over there, Red?
We've just gone 11:30 p.m. So on passive time doesn't really matter.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't it so much fun on passive? You can just talk about it all night long because half the time you can't sleep anyway, right?
Yeah, my sleep pattern, I don't have one anymore. It's my body says go to sleep, and then my brain goes, no, we're not having any of that. Let's wake up. And you know, so the first thing I do always, I wake up in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m., put the computer on, see what's happening, do emails and usual stuff.
That's me too. I'll get up and you got to go to the bathroom or something, and you got to look at your phone, and all of a sudden you got some messages, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, well, I just knew that, and pretty soon, so there is no sleep pattern. I'm with you, brother. But what a great opportunity that we have, to be not only in on passive, but what a family, what a group of people, and as we see them build, Red, it's almost like you see lives being changed in front of our eyes, people that come in originally, and maybe thinking about, hey, what's it going to do for me and this and that. And all of a sudden it's much bigger than that. And you realize, hey, that doesn't matter because that's all taken care of. What are we going to be able to do for someone else? Just a beautiful thing. And now we're moving into a different phase where we want to get the knowledge of the software out there. And I know you're very knowledgeable of all that. So thank you so much. I know it's hard to come on this late at night and stuff, but thank you so much for taking the time to join the show tonight. Thank you, Red. All right, and the next one we have up is none other than our big brother, Mr. Marty DeGarmo. Marty, come on down and say hi. Hello, Marty.
Sorry, Milo. I
no.
tripping over my stuff here. I didn't put my background in yet. Hello, everybody.
Hello, happening? Marty.
What's happening?
Marty, thank you so much for taking the time every week to come to the show and to start the live and, man, to hang out with us, usually all the time, but sometimes, maybe some of the time. But, me and you, we can get going on this stuff and we get talking and neither one of us gets sleep that night usually. But so tonight might be one of those nights, Marty. We might just have to crank it up just a little bit, but we're going to start right now with we're gonna find out what product we're going to talk about. Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. Now, engineer, you don't get to pick this time because you're on the panel. You answer, you and Jeffrey and the other guys. We're going to sit back. We're going to answer questions. We're going to let these people pick whatever they want to. So here we go. You guys ready? Remember, when I say go, whoever's hands up first, they get to pick the product. It can't be one that we've already did, which it's OConnect, OAcademy, OChat, ODIT. Help me out, Engineer Mike. There's two more. ODIT,
OTracker.
OTracker, OTracker, and OBless.
And
Okay,
OBless.
so it can't be any of those. It can be anything other than that, but not those six. And we want to just discuss the product that we're talking on mainly. We don't want to go into, well, it integrates with this, it integrates with that, and all that, because they all integrate together. That is the beauty of ONPASSIVE Suite. All right, here we go. Any questions? No. Hello?
Mel.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to hit the button and win to get to talk about it. Here we go. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I think there was some jumping the gun there. We're going to start over because I seen 3 hands go up. And remember, Engineer Mike, you are not allowed to throw your hands.
Okay.
All right, Lynn, if you can put all the hands down. All right, we're going to go again. Remember, until I say go, if you hit the button before I say go, it's just going to disqualify. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oops, I never even said go, Marcian. All right, put your hands down again. Here we go. We got to do this fair. You can't hit the button till you hear go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And it looks like Patricia Parent is the winner. So everyone else, you'll have to talk about whatever Patricia talks about. All right, Patricia, tell us, what are we going to be talking about?
Life style.
Oh, I had a feeling someone was going to call that off tonight. All right, tell us what you like about O-Life and what you think it's going to do for you.
I believe from what I read that it's going to be able to show for generations of our lifestyle, what we've went through, every post, as a history. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Red and Jeffrey and them will all tell us.
We know we'll get some answers out of all those guys. So let's start with Red. Red, come on down and take about 3 to 5 minutes and tell us what you know about O-Life.
Okay, O-Life, it can be really anything you want. I mean, how many people out here right now have kept a diary in your life? It may be a secret diary when you were in your teens and you wrote stuff down about people you fancied and people you didn't like and teachers and all this sort of stuff. So O-Life is a journal at the end of the day. It can be a physical written journal that you can add to as much information as you wanted to. It can be a video journal. It can be an audio journal. Okay, any information that you want to put in this O-Life about yourself, you can put it in there. Now, here's the really cool thing about it is you can make it accessible to one person, 5 people, 10 people, or anybody. It has a facility to be able for you to pick who has access to it. So for instance, if part of your journal you want to be private for your siblings, for your kids, for your grandkids only, for what they can only see, you can select who is allowed to see certain parts and other people are allowed to see other parts. So it really is a fantastic bespoke tool where you can document your life. Now, it's something that you can add to as you're going along. We all use Facebook now on a daily basis. We take pictures. What do we do with those pictures? We upload them onto your private page on your Facebook. You'll be able to do exactly the same sort of thing with O-Life to document your journey through your life. You can add lots more information to it, the schools you've been to, the colleges, the universities, your academical records. You can have all of this in O-Life. And the beauty is you can give access to all of it, part of it, or none of it to anybody you want. It's going to evolve as the more you use it, because exactly the same as Facebook. When you first set up that Facebook page, not much content, is there? A couple of pictures, maybe a little bit of history, and that's it. Look at Facebook now, 10 years down the line. Look at your page. Look at how much information is there. Exactly the same with O-Life, but the beauty is it is only for people that you want to see it. You can have it public if you want to, or you can have it private. So if you've got special messages, for instance, for loved ones that you want to have there for certain times, you can put them in there and they can only access it at these certain times. It's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be fantastic. And you are the author of your life. That's it. Milo, back to you.
Oh, thank you, Redman. That was great. You hit a lot of spots, but let's go to, let me put this on a different view here, gallery. Let's go to Engineer Mike. Come on down and tell us what that you like about it, if you've got anything to add. Engineer Mike.
Yes. Good evening again. Thank you, everybody. I'm shifting between work and I just have computers all open around me here. The other day I was talking with Chris Johnson and I showed him my working environment. He just saw computers everywhere. It's like, wow, what's that? I'm like, that's my office. So what I like, thank you very much, big bro, Red Friend. Another aspect of All My Life that I really like is you can program it. It can remind you, right? It can remind you of stuff that is inside your agenda that you forgot. Remember, most of us are old, right? 40 plus. When you are 40 plus, it's hard for you to remember some things, all of the things in your agenda. So like Red Reference made mention, if you put all of those things in your own agenda, you can set a reminder. So might be, I leave my room, I'm coming downstairs to the kitchen, I want to get some drinking milk, okay? I can set that time to let me have my milk at 10 a.m. in the morning. So it will give me an alarm at 10 a.m. Don't go upstairs, go downstairs to the kitchen and get your milk. So all of that can be incorporated in the agenda, which is very cool. And we should also remember, we have artificial intelligence embedded in all our products. So it is secure. All of that information that you have inside, your personal videos, personal pictures of your family and friends and relatives, you can protect them without people getting into them if you don't want to share it with them, okay? But the coolest thing, like I say, is that reminder. Just imagine, you leave your living room, you want to go take something you left something in the driveway, for instance. Then you walk to your driveway and you walk back inside your house. Like, okay, what was I going outside even? You can't remember. So if you have those critical things to do, like your medication to take them, you have some food to take, if you are on diet and things like that, you can set all of that in All My Life and it will alert you when it is time. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mike. That was good stuff. And let's go next to Mr. Marty DeGarmo. You got anything to say about old life?
Kids are acting crazy, Milo. I can't add anything right now.
Okay. All right. No problem. All right. Let's move on to Mr. Jeffrey Morlock. Jeffrey?
Hey, good day, good evening, everybody. I'll tell you what, man, I was so excited when you said you were putting this thing together, Milo, and I certainly appreciate that, and I appreciate the leaders popping up here, and this is going to be a very fun, laid-back evening, and you know, and I appreciate the way you do things. The Oh My Life, man, that's you know, Mr. Mufareh started it out, you know, like Mike did a little bit ago, talking about memory and how it declines as we get a little older. And some of us aren't the spring chickens we used to be, and Oh My Life can help us with that and a whole lot more. I mean, if you can imagine remembering, you know, all the stuff throughout your life, all the data that floods in on us, right, in a lifetime, and if we could just recall that at will, you know, even the private information, even the stuff that you probably may or may not want other people to share. You maybe just want to keep with your family or something, but you can do that, you know. You can share it like Red was saying, you with the right people at the right time. And Oh My Life does have a diary type feature, you know, as a portion of it, but it's really a lot more than that, because no product has been developed like this one, in that it's literally a personal encyclopedia that you can put all your stuff in. It'll remember, it'll organize, it'll retrieve your information, right, gathered in there, in any type of data, any form, whether it's language, whatever language you speak, you know, your text, your videos, your pics. I mean, it keeps it all so that we have the ability to organize that for instant recall, so that you can go back and you can relive. It'd be like having a perfect memory, you know. And again, Red had indicated, you know, that you can also choose who gets what or how much of that particular information. But that's what it is. It's a personal encyclopedia that you can build about you and your life and everything that's important in your life for instant recall at a later date. That's all. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love everything that everyone said. You know, one of the things that I did a while back when my mom was alive, my mom had all these incredible stories that she told down through life, and a lot of them included me, you know, some of the dumb things I did and stuff, but they were funny stories and stuff. And so I sat down with her one day and I said, Mom, I want to make a CD. She said, oh, son, says, I can't do that. She says, I wouldn't know where to begin. I said, Mama, you don't have to worry. I said, I'm going to walk you through it. And so I sat down with her. Not only did we fill up one CD, but we filled up 2 CDs of stories about her and my dad that would never been heard by the grandchildren, the great grandchildren that now listens to them. That's what, to me, old life is going to be. Just like Jeff said, it's and Red and the rest of them, you know, it's an encyclopedia or whatever of your life. And I don't know, maybe Red, you can answer this, but I'm assuming that you could throw your photos into a file there, and with old life, it will put them into order, and it will put order and it will almost rebuild your life for you if you want to go to that extent. Is that true?
I don't know so much about if they're going to be put into order. I think it's going to be this similar sort of setup as far as Facebook is concerned. I think you can put stuff wherever you want to put it. I don't think it's going to personally organize it for us. But it's a journey. It's like writing a diary. It's a journal, and it's for you. You can have as much in there or as little in there until we actually see it. Then how much syncing is going to be involved as far as, for instance, now if you go into your gallery on your phone, most pictures are already date ordered. Whether it's going to pick up that or not and then slot it into the right time dates within Oh My Life, I have no idea. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But I know one thing for sure, Milo, anything and everything is possible with ONPASSIVE. So let's wait and see.
I believe that, Red. I think, you know, as someone comes up with an idea or whatever, and if it's good for the masses, I think Ash will incorporate it. And, you know, we got the programmers that will build it. I mean, when you talk about, you know, even like photos and stuff, what about, you know, a facial recognition? Is it possible that, you know, we'll have a folder, we can throw all our photos in there, and you say, hey, give me all the photos with Jeffrey Morlock, and every photo, whether Jeffrey's with me or he's with you or he's with this one or that one, whoever he's with, Jeffrey Morlock pictures will come up. I think that's a thing of the future. You know, I don't know if that's available now, but
yeah,
I think
it is already available. If for instance, if you have an Apple device already, you can go into your gallery already in your phone or your tablet, and you can actually select, you can put family in, for instance, or you can put like if I put my wife's name, Jane, in there, it will search for pictures of Jane and bring them all up. I know that is available out there right at this moment. Obviously it's in its infancy, and I'm sure it is only going to get better and better as far as that is concerned. It might be a case of having to upload one picture and put the name of that person on it, and obviously then it goes to work looking for all similar pictures with whoever it may be, but that one person on it, and then it'll file it all in one file so you can search it. But you know, sky's the limit really, as far as this type of technology is concerned, and I cannot see any reason why we won't embrace it and use it with this product.
Absolutely, same way with me. All right,
Hey,
so yes, I was going to ask.
I'm agreeing with Red, by the way, that is actually a rather rudimentary AI feature in doing something like that. But absolutely, it'll actually take a look and it'll get faces like or similar to the one that you're calling for. But I wanted to say that the Oh My Life product, there are a lot of things out in the world that are pieces of this, and there's a lot of interest in making this happen, but nobody has brought everything together into a one platform like Ash did. And as an example, I'm going to show you a book that my son gave me not too long ago. I don't know if you can see this.
Cannot.
Well, that's kind of weird. All right. Well, I didn't want, but anyway, it's a blue book, and the title of it is "Dad, I Want to Hear Your Story." And it's a father's guided journal to share his life and love. And they have these kind of books that are already put out that are formatted. You just go in and you fill them all out. So this is similar, just a piece. It's just a piece of what Mr. Mufareh has put together, because his platform is 100 times more than this book ever thought about being.
It's amazing. It's amazing, Jeff, and where this will go. You know, I think right before my wife passed away, she wanted to read a book to the grandkids, and so she got a book. They have actually a book out that when you turn the pages, you record it, you read the book, and when you turn the page to the next page, it opens it up and it reads it. And the kids got so much fun out of it because it almost was like they could relive me being right there with them and reading them a book, you know, even though she was done gone. So I think all of that technology is going to come about. And like you said, Ash is bringing it all together. I think that will all happen. All right. How about any of the other leaders? Do you have something to say? Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to come in again to hear Milo. Thank you very much, our big brothers, for saying Jeffrey and Red. I mean, what you people are saying is just the truth. So let me tell you something. In the industry now, in the IT world, there is no product which is like all my life. So when we are saying that, when our CEO comes up and tells us that ONPASSIVE is bringing something that is not being seen yet in the industry, he says it with all his heart, and he goes to work. And when he goes to work, his products are that you can't compare them. It's incomparable. So All My Life is one of those products that I think everybody from 40 years old would love to have All My Life. People want to sign up to this product. It is first of its kind to the world. Maybe we have something written about it, like a book somewhere. We don't really know, but to put it into practice, ONPASSIVE did it. And it's been built from scratch. 21st century cutting edge technology with artificial intelligence in it, embedded. It's first of its kind. We should not forget that. In the whole industry, this is the first of its kind. All My Life. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Milo, can I throw something out there, Milo?
Absolutely. Come on in, Dan.
Well, you know, I think, you know, All My Life, from all I know about it, it's, you know, so far, having the ability to organize your data and store all your photos and audios and everything else, it's something that personally I haven't done much of in the past. And, you know, I've done it with my job where I've had to organize my time and my agenda and data and everything else with the job. But then on a personal level, it takes a whole new life, as you will. And I think a lot of us here may have not gotten involved in anything like that. But it's so exciting that we have a product out there like this that we can learn and just absorb all the details of it and maybe change some of our habits. I'm looking forward to maybe reevaluating some of the habits that I have and changing those habits and maybe organizing them into a My Life type of thing. It's exciting that there's the possibility that we have to use something as exciting as this product. So, and not only My Life, but all the other products that we're talking about.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dan Street. And now we're going to open it up. Anyone can raise their hand that wants to ask a question or make a comment about Old Life. And we'll give you 3 minutes to do whatever you want. Mr. Bill Williams, so good to see you. Come on down, brother.
Thank you, Milo. Good to see everyone. All my buddies are hanging out together on a Wednesday night. Oh, My Life has been one that I've had as a favorite ever since I heard it was going to be done, because I'm putting together a scrapbook of my life right now collecting things from the past. And I looked at it and I said, this will work. Take a lot of the load off. I'm thinking, well, what if it could be like a vacuum cleaner and suck up all the data from the last 50 years and sift through it and put it in a place where I could organize it? I mean, can it upload VCRs and Betamax tapes, micro tapes, mini tapes, everything that's on audio, video? What about Napster? How many of you remember having a Napster account? Take all your songs of your life, your favorite songs, and plug them in to times of your life when you were doing something, and when that song comes on, it triggers that thought of where you are at that moment, and you immediately know who you were with. You know, that ninth grade girl that you were out on the hayride with. You remember her when you remember the song, right? What about scrapbooking? A lot of people are big into scrapbooking, and I have 20 scrapbooks from when my kids were small. They're now 40 years old. And so I could take all those scrapbooks from my kids and make a folder just for each of my kids so that could be passed on. I mean, I'm having thoughts of having multiple scrapbooks based on the family. What about the database you could build from the Google and other places in the world that keep your data? Could you go in and say, okay, let me know about this person, pull all your data out? You can go into those places that are person finders and get a lot of data on people, right? What do they know on you? You could suck that out and store it so you know exactly what's out there. So I think all this is a fun project. And if we could pick up the historical part, not just going forward, but what's in our past, that's the cat's meow for my life, my life. So thanks for letting me share.
Absolutely. Thank you. Great ideas. And, you know, I think we will be able to change our lives too by looking at what we did and where we've been, you know, and knowing things about that. And when we put it all together, it'll be interesting probably. But the cool thing is you don't have to share it if you don't want to. But if you want to share it, hey, you can. You know, you want to share it with your family, your grandchildren, or after you're gone, hey, you can do that, you know. So good thinking. All right, let's see. Do we have anyone else that's got any questions or want to say something on old life? Going once, going twice, going 3 times and gone. All right, we're going to move on from Oh My Life, and we're going to start with another one. So here we go. Are you guys ready? Here we go. You know the drill. I say go, and you smash the button, and you get, if you're first, you get to pick the what we're gonna do. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no, I didn't catch. Oh yeah, I did catch Marcian. I never said go, Marcian. All right, let's lower the hands again. And here we go. Now, remember when we go, all right, here we go. Oops, your hand's still up. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, Marcian, you win. You are the winner. All right, Marcian, tell us what you want to talk about. What product would you like to talk about?
Thank you so much, Milo. I want to talk about O-Create. I know last week I talked about O-Did, and I read it, and he goes with O-Create. So I want the engineer and Jeffrey to tell me more about O-Create. I like to do some creation and some picture matching. So those are my favorite, O-Did and O-Create. Those are the applications that I really, really want to know more. Jeffrey, over to you.
Awesome. I love O-Create. But let's see, we're gonna start with Engineer Mike this time. Engineer Mike, come on down and talk to us. Engineer Mike.
Okay.
All right.
Good evening, everybody again. We're talking now about O-Create.
O-Create.
Create is like Marcienne says, she's into a lot of graphics, like Bill Moss and all of us do. So she likes doing graphics. She can superimpose pictures on top of people. She can put my picture on top of her own picture. She can do all of that. So Create is that platform that will make all of the digital artists in the world. That's their community. And guess what? In the other apps, if you're looking something to use like Canvas, right? You do Canvas, you need to pay a lot of money for you to get some kind of features. For instance, to superimpose a picture on top of another one. If you just have just a minimum account, you cannot do that. So our Create is that one-stop platform, which is like a workshop for all the artists. It's an artist workshop. That's everybody concerned in the art world. Everybody in the art field, okay? For instance, I have a picture of myself. Now, let me say, if I take a picture with, I can use snipping shot to take a picture of all of us in this panel now. And I want to transform that picture to keep just specific number of people right there. It is very super easy with Create. Why? Because it's just click. There are so many templates that are already done for you that you just go to the templates and you select whatever template that you want to use. If you want to do superimposed pictures, you will see templates of superimposed pictures, gazillions of them. If you want to do just single pictures of people, you will see all of them. Everything there is organized. You have everything is already tested. They have like, it has like, I'll put it again, a framework for everything, very organized. You have templates that you use them to work. You will not go and create your own template. You don't have to start it from scratch. You can start it from scratch, but with a guided template, which is in there. It is engineered in there. So you just go click, and you do what you want to do. So if you want to use other applications, let me say a job that you can use for 3 days to complete it. Because number one, remember, you need to pay for all those things you are using for the tools in other platforms. But when you pay for your monthly subscription, everything there is for you. One sign on, boom, you click, you are inside. So every job that you want to do is that amount of money that you pay, that you benefit from it, and you can do everything. So in less time, things that you can do for 3, 4, 5 days, 1 week, you can use just a very short period of time to complete it. That's how good and beneficial that Create will be for us. And remember, again, it is very secure, okay? Because it has artificial intelligence embedded in it. And like I say, for everybody who is in the art field, okay? Artist, you want to draw, you want to superimpose. I do a lot of drawings too. I do a lot of flyers too. The same thing like how Marcienne does. Superimpose, all of that is done in one place, one bus stop. You're not going far. One sign on, you click on, you pay your subscription, you have all of those tools to use. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. And next up, we got Mr. Marty DeGarmo. Come on down, brother. You got anything on Create? Hello, Marty. Are you muted? All right, he might be on the phone or something. Let's move right along to Mr. Jeffrey Morlock. Tell us what you think, brother.
Man, I'll tell you what I think is this is a whole winning scenario as far as I'm concerned. I mean, when you think about Create, the whole thing is just, it's an AI powered website builder. Personally, I mean, it makes creating the website that we want like really easy. So it's like a no-brainer. It doesn't take a lot of technical expertise the way he's got it done, because you can do this easily and securely, and you can make the websites. How's Mr. Mufareh say? Pretty. He likes pretty things. You know, he likes fresh, good things, right? You can also build when you're using OCreate. It builds SEO compliant, highly responsive websites. There are multilingual features in it that allow you to collect or connect rather regionally, you know, to different audiences. It has things like built-in stock library for photographs. It has built-in client support. It's actually pretty smart too, in that it will give you suggestions for images or content, depending on what you're doing. And this is the AI coming into it. And there's also some dashboard metrics, as we have with just about everything else. And again, like everything else, is also very responsive over a lot of or multiple devices. So you're not locked into just one kind of a thing. So that's my take on it. I can't wait to get working on it, because I think it's gonna develop some beautiful sites and beautiful home pages.
Absolutely. That's what I think too. I can't wait for, you know, what you see is what you get, basically. Editor.
Whizzing, yeah.
Yeah, whizzing. Yeah, where you just drag, if you want a different picture on your website, you just drag it in there. If you want to change the wording, you just move it over. You just format it however you want to. Like Jeff and Mike was saying, it's going to make a beautiful, easy things. And even Canvas, if you're doing, you know, pages or whatever, it's just going to make it a better thing. Now, I got an update and I got some news for you guys. So I want you right now to click on your share button and share this site and tell everybody that Mr. Ash Mufareh is on his way, because Ash is coming in a little bit. So yeah, good. Clap, man, because it's exciting. Anytime you talk to him, it's exciting. So please share with everyone that you know, whatever groups you know, share with them that Mr. Ash Mufareh will be on. I don't know exactly when, but he said he would be on before the show's over. He's checking out some stuff on YouTube. Who knows? He might be watching us right now. But anyway, love Mr. Ash Mufareh, and that guy drops more golden nuggets than we can even imagine, man. You just listen to him. I used to pay thousands of dollars to hear people talk, and none of them drop the nuggets that guy does. You know, he is an amazing leader, and I just love him. All right, so I believe that OCreate, I think, will be one of my favorite. I mean, I can't say my favorite because they're all my favorite. Every time I think I got a favorite, I think, well, what about this one? And then it's like, oh, geez, yeah, that'll blow my mind too. You know, and everything we look at is so good. But the cool thing that I really like about it is with all other softwares we've got right now. How many of you had a software and you go to do something with it and it shows that you can do this with it, and all of a sudden you go to do it and it says, oh, you got to upgrade to do that? That's frustrating after you buy the software and then you find out you've got to upgrade to do that. With ONPASSIVE, there is not going to be that. Upgrades are going to be there for us founders, you know. And one thing Mr. Ash has always said, if there's something that will affect the masses, that will be good for the masses, he'll program it. We'll make it work, you know. So good. Okay, so let's see. Marty, are you here yet? Marty? Not yet. Marty, you just bust in or whatever when you're ready to say something. But let's move on. We'll take a couple hands here. Marcine, you're the one that brought this up. So let's lower your hand. And then we've got Akram. Akram, come on down and talk to us. Tell us what's on your mind with OCreate.
Thank you, Milo. I would like to add something about the OCreate. Actually, Mike and also Jeffrey Morlock also very nicely brief. And I would like to say that it's have no need any tech knowledge. In a very SME business who are doing in the online, so it will be so much easy. And they can just click. They can make their dream websites, and that will be very powerful website. And there have in a day he can start their business. If I many type many different type of business, but e-commerce type business, if anyone can do it, they can start their business very in a day, and it's very easy and very simple. They don't need the tech knowledge also. So it will be so much great opportunity for the upcoming future, for the next generation of who want to do actually really to do the business after study or during the study, so they can do start and very dynamically. Thank you very much, Milo.
Thank you. Thank you. That is, absolutely the truth. We're going to be able to do so much with that. All right, Dan, do you have anything to add to that? Dan Street or Peter Rogers? Dan?
I'm here.
There you go. Do you have anything to add to OCreate?
No, Create is just, I've never been a real creative guy, so I'm really looking forward to messing around with it and looking at the website features and the templates that are available for all of us. There's a lot of us here that aren't familiar with building websites, and I think it's going to be something that is going to be very user friendly and simple for those of us that are beginners at creating websites, and even being able to look at all the features and benefits and just learn it. And I think that's my feeling on all of our products. Is I'm so excited to learn every feature and benefit of every product, whether I use it or not, because it's so exciting what we have going here.
Absolutely. And I think Mike mentioned about Canvas and, making memes and stuff like that. I don't know if OCreate will be that product. Is that the product, Mike, for like making memes, or Red, maybe you can answer it, making a page where you can put writing on the page? I mean, you could do it because it's a website, but I think, isn't there other products that's going to be better for that? Like maybe
Odit.
Odit.
Okay. Yeah, that will be better for that. So
Odit, ODIT, yeah.
Yeah, one of the things, Milo, I will say about OCreate, I mean, Jeffrey really did go over everything. One of the special features it's going to have that's going to stand them apart is it's going to have SEO compliance with it, which means that they've really gone to town with the search engine optimization. What's this mean for us when we are building this website, or anybody? It means that it's got a much better chance of going up the rankings, of the way that the rankings work and how they look at websites, because we have the right technology in place already. It's search engine optimized, compliant, going to have high resolution overviews of the videos, and the graphics are going to be better. Another really cool feature of it is that you'll be able to build websites either from templates or your own, or a mix of the two, and you can actually schedule to have a different website once a week, once a day, once a month, however it may be. You can pre-build them, you can add stuff in so that they are ready to rock and roll whenever you just click a button, and it will then refresh your web page to a brand new one. How cool is that going to be if you've got a business and you have got, for instance, next week you've got special offers coming up? You can build the website, have it all in place, schedule it, okay, and then instantly like that, it uploads. Your whole web page changes overnight or whenever you schedule it to, with the offers. They're there and then done and dusted. There's no waiting for it uploading or to go live or anything like that. All done, all scheduled. Every single thing about a website has been thought about. It's going to be easy. It's going to be templated. It really has taken the stress out of everything as well. This is the beauty about the ONPASSIVE products and platform that we have, you can use things individually, or you can combine them together so they all work seamlessly together. All of us here will find that we are looking at our product and saying, oh yeah, I can use this product alongside this one because it's going to make my life easier. Or you can just use one. Absolutely fantastic what we've got coming our way. Back to you, Milo.
Absolutely, Red. Red, I got a question for you. Maybe you can answer this, or Engineer Mike, or someone, or Jeffrey. But let's say you wanted to build you see a website and you love that website. And let's say that you're a musician or a singer, an artist, and you see a website and you want to build one just like that, but you want it to have your pictures, your wording, and everything on it. Now, I know there's a fine line there with, can you copy that over to your website and just change the wording? You know, if that's true, I mean, you take whatever, you know, because people, you know, spend years studying and learning how and educating themselves to do this. And then you could actually almost duplicate it, because really you wouldn't even have to use theirs. You could sit there and look at their page and say, okay, I want a picture here, I want to put words here. And there's, I mean, that would be perfectly legal, correct?
All depends if it's their private pictures, if it's their private material. The answer to that is no, you cannot.
Right.
But the easiest and safest way of building a website, especially with Create, it has built into it anyway. It has stock images, okay, stock photo library, stock images, all of these things. Anything from stock, okay, which is pre-built into the website. I mean, I don't know if people use Canva, for instance, out there. Okay, they have stock images. You can use any of those to build a website because they are not personal to somebody else. But if you see a website and it's got photos on there that person has taken, if you use that, then you are in danger of copyright laws, because it is not your personal information, or it's not out there to the public, should I say. So it's always one of those fine lines that you will come up with. For instance, we all do a lot of YouTubing. YouTube are very, very keen on copywriting, especially for music, and they will tell you if there is a copyright infringement. I'm sure the same sort of things will happen as far as web pages are concerned. Obviously, names, for instance, how many times have we heard in the media of people who have asked other people to change names, businesses, artists, etc., because they are in danger of going over that line. So the hard and fast rule is, if you are designing a web page, get an idea, of course, it's not a problem. Okay, you can get the idea from whoever you like. Then take that idea back to Create, look at the stock images, look at the stock videos, or upload your own personal images and videos, and then you can make a very good templated web page from that. You're going to learn how you go anyway. Don't forget, we've already been told that every single product of ONPASSIVE will come with a tutorial video that will help you on your way to how to do it anyway. So, you know, start small, build from there, and I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, Red, I think you missed what I was saying a little bit. Not using anything that they have, other than maybe you could copy that into Create, and then take that pattern where they have a picture, you put your picture. Where they have writing, you just change the writing to your writing. And
yeah, you could do all that. That's not a problem.
Yeah, it would be this. It would be the design, but that's what, you know, that's what a lot of times sells websites and stuff like that, is because the creativity of it, and everyone doesn't have it. You know, when Dan Street was saying, well, I don't have it. Well, he could go and find something that he does like, and then, you know, duplicate that, but use his own pictures, use his own words.
Milo,
Yeah.
you could also bring OCapture into doing exactly that if you wanted to.
Okay.
Can I come in here, Milo?
Yes, Mike.
Okay, so another thing that we need to know is that when you see a website, okay, it goes through a lot of things before you see the website right there. Okay, if you look at a website, it has pages, it has scripts that they have written to display the website to you to see out there. Okay, so sometimes if you want to go copy what you're copying, it will not give you the same thing that you want because you don't have those scripts to run on your environment. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So there are scripts, okay? Those scripts are peculiar to that website. Okay, if you are confused, I can show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you, for instance. We are in this is the Zoom website. If I want to see the Zoom website, I will say view the source code. I will see the source code. Okay, so you are not seeing this source code is how many? This is Zoom, just one product. It is 504 lines for those codes, right? So if you are copying the website, you're not copying this code. This code is not coming with you. So you can never have the same thing like what you have. I was talking to you, you left your seat, Milo. What I was saying is that website, they contain what we call scripts. And for instance, this is the script to display Zoom to you. Right. Okay. So if you copy the pictures, you're not copying this website, the scripts. So it can never be the same. Like, so, but what I'm trying to say also is that our own
good timing. I'm the new concierge.
Oh my.
But they only want me to work the back because I'm.
Milo, can you make me co-host as well? Oh, Maddie.
Forgot to lock my card.
Armin.
Lynn, did you see that, please?
I removed the troll from the chat. He cannot come in. Thank you.
Thank you. So as I was saying, I'm telling you people that you can copy a website pictures, but you cannot copy the website. So it can never be the same like what you want to make, right? So if you're not copying the script, those are the scripts I just showed. Just one script to bring that website into view to the population, right? So what I'm saying is, create would be so easy for you to just click and create a website and you have so many templates rather than you to be bothering yourself to go copy something that will take you a very long time. You will copy it, but you will not even copy the script.
I got you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Understand.
Thanks.
Cool. All right. Let's see. All right. Anyone? Let's see. Marose, come on down, Marose. Talk to us.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Maros. I live in France. I excuse me because I don't speak English. I'm here to learn it. And I'd like to say thank you to my sis, Marcian, who invited me to attend to this webinar. I'm very happy to be among you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to have you, Marose. All right. Do we have anyone else that would like to talk on OCreate? Lynn, are you watching for Ash?
Yes,
Hello?
I am.
Okay, great.
He's here now. I see him.
Is
he's in the
okay.
panelist. He's the panelist.
Okay, whenever he's ready, we are ready for him. But Ash, if you are ready, we would love to have you come on and talk to us.
I am ready, but a very limited time, Milo. Is that okay?
That's okay. You take whatever time you need. We're not going to ask no questions, nothing. You just drop the golden nuggets to us, brother, because we love to watch.
I am at your service. You tell me, what do you want me to talk about?
Well, we're talking about products, and the two that we talked about today, we discussed tonight, was OLife and OCreate. Those were the two that we discussed. And
OCreate and Oh My Life, right?
Yeah, all of them are good. We'll take any of them from you.
When are you going to talk about OConnect?
We've already did that one. That was one of the first one. We talked about O Academy, O Connect, O DIT, O
whatever you talked
O
about.
Tracker.
O
O
Connect.
Tracker.
Oh, tracker.
O Tracker was one, yeah.
Yeah.
And O Bless. So
And
that
O
was
Staff.
the 6 we've talked about that we've talked about in previous weeks. So what we do is we just pick, someone gets to pick a product, you know, and we discuss that one. So that's the way we've been doing it.
God be with you. So many products and so many topics and so much details involved. So you're just talking about ONPASSIVE. That's what's ONPASSIVE.
That's exactly right.
It's rare when you have multiple topics in one place, multiple topics versus therefore products. That's good. That's power. If it was one thing, I mean, eventually we're gonna get tired of it. But I was on a live demo yesterday with O Connect, and today after the aftermath, I'm gonna call it, it was incredible. Okay, I was jumping, and I just found, like, I was reading my they sent me a report, you know, the mom minutes of meeting. Anybody been involved? I'm sure Engineer Michael knows. So the minutes of meeting, there were 60 items was added to the bucket. That's how much it got nastier. Well, better. And today, I don't know, I just had a creative moment again, and I added on my document for O Connect 3 more that will be discussed with the team. So it is never ending. It is in a good way, of course, you know. So we are stacking the cool at its finest. I was on a conference call with the lawyers this morning. For some weird reason, I just, while talking to them, some crazy ideas came to my mind about mail. I don't know what was the connection, but it triggered me, and I couldn't wait to get off that call conference and start writing those ideas. I got them. They didn't fly away. So I got all the ideas. They're captured about O-mail. O-mail is gonna make you crazy. I mean, I'm telling you, this thing is just taking off. Now we are getting creative. Again, there's MVP, and then you stack the cool. That's where we are now. We are gonna blow this up. I love it. I mean, it's almost, you can dance. You could hug that O-mail and just dance with it. That's how good is it. Kissing marshmallows is an understatement. As of the first products on our data center, the report, it says ultra fast. That's how is the upcoming O-mail is ultra fast email system. It's incredible. But all my life, you guys, I listened a little bit on the video while I was on the move on YouTube. You covered a bit of it. Like, you amazed me. I don't know, how did you know that? I didn't tell you all those information, but great guess and good assumptions, on the right track, absolutely. But of course, I don't know what's the word, but let's find what's handy. It is crazier than you think, for sure. So I guarantee that. I love it, and yeah, all my life is 100% unique to us. Never been thought or attempted before that a similar product, and it's good for many reasons. Maybe I wasn't planning. I want to start talking about not only All My Life, but any product before it's actually right there about to be released to you. So this is an exception. We're not close to releasing that to you. It will be probably one of the it's one of the icing on the cake. It's not necessarily the meat and potato. It's the garnishing. It's that crown on passive. Not necessarily a profitable item, similar to OBLES. Some stuff we do, not necessarily to have transactions, but it is incredibly valuable. I do believe it will change many aspects of our life from the core. All right. I can spend a few weeks talking about Oh My Life. That is one of my babies. It's not, I cannot say my baby. Okay. I have a bunch of babies. I have a farm and they're all unicorns. So the theory of Oh My Life, okay, how can I simplify it without giving too much, without breaking the pattern and talking too much too soon before it's actually complete? Because that will be talking, not walking. I like to walk before the talk. Okay, what do you prefer, your child to walk first or to talk? They will annoy you. Yeah, you want them to walk. They walk, you know, they talk is easy. We can talk. Okay. But let me try to put a diagram. I'm not sure if you allow me. Oh, there's they added the whiteboard. I don't have to go anywhere, so we'll stay here. Okay, new whiteboard. Okay, tell me if you can see me or see my.
Not yet. We don't.
The
whiteboard.
The simple
see
thing.
the whiteboard now.
Yep, it's coming up. There you go. It's up.
Anyone can. Okay. So, what color do you like, Milo? Blue, sharp.
Blue or green.
Okay. All right. So this is the memory and the learning chart, okay? So this will represent time. This will represent memory. Memory, okay? You are a student or you just attended a class. I think that would be the best example, okay? And right when you finish that class, say science, all right? The minute you finish it, you are at the peak. If this is 100%, you are not necessarily 100%, depending on how much you paid attention. But then from there, so by the time you get home, you're hungry. I'm assuming we're in a traditional school. You're hungry, see a few people, it will never be again at 100%. I'm talking about how much you remember from that class. 45 minutes class, you got it, you're fired up, you learned something. By the time you get home, you're hungry, it declined a little bit. Okay? You sleep, you watch TV, you talk to family. The next day, it declines. All right? A week later, you're going to remember something when last week, not that fresh. So what is this, like 80% now? Okay. Now, that's why we call in schools, you review. Your goal when you review is to boost it back to that 100%. Try to memorize and recall those informations on your, those pieces of information on your brain. You try. I don't think you would ever get it back to 100% like the original time. So then another week goes back, it declines. This is time. All right. You review, but by the time you finish, you pass the test, all of that. Years later, this, if it goes on and on and on. So, Engineer Michael, you took calculus. in your life, do you remember when was the last calculus class in your life? You're going to need a while to remember that. Needless to remember one letter from that class. So it is definitely at the bottom. How much you can recall from that class? No way. Even if it was 2 years ago or 20 years ago, it's over. Can you imagine if we always hover around the 100% in our memory, and all the information that we gain, we can contain them and hold them as long as we want and recall them, retrieve them on demand? So the theory of Oh My Life is anytime you want the fingers of your tips, like a finger in your fingers tips, like instantly you can recall the information and it will constantly and permanently hover around the top. That's so much retention from our knowledge and information. That's on the education. So I'm going to take this away, and we're going to create, this is the traditional one. We're constantly, not necessarily, you know, in aging terms, we tend to start losing. No, even children, you know, that's why we have to repeat a lot to kids. So memory is something that was designed by the creator to lose, and it has a good side of it, okay? Because good memories, good information, yeah, you want to hold on to it, but the system is you know, two ways, all right? But also if you have sad feelings and your body memorizes them, and your brain and your your heart, okay, they will be forever. I don't want to open a dramatic episode here, but if one day on your own, imagine the saddest moment of your life, if you recall that fresh and freshly, permanently at 100%. Life will be devastating. So thank God he created that memory loss. That's a beauty. That's the wisdom of it. That's the purpose of it. Okay. So we should lose memory, but thanks to technology now and thanks to ONPASSIVE, we can use what we want. We don't have to be a hold or a tank for that unnecessary information, right? We can store it on technology, but yet it's handy for us. So this will be the ONPASSIVE chart. It will be here, no matter how far you go here, 75,000 years from now, as long as there's technology and there is, you bet there would be, okay? And there are servers and there are data centers, it will be stored and archived for generations to come. Remember, your lifespan is not going to be 200 years, all right? So if we can keep it for 200 years, that's amazing. Even for a baby or a newborn infant, okay, we will be fine. Okay, so that's the theory of reserving the memory. Now, who could use it and what it's used for? All right, we're done with that. Okay. Number one, the obvious, students in academia, okay, and academy, they will be the smartest students. We're giving them that weapon so they would never forget anything. They can retrieve the information not only for the term, which is typically 4 months, or a class, 2 months or something, for the course of their life. They can hold that information and knowledge. Now, that is a good component of academy. Not only you're giving them the information, you are enforcing the utilization of that information and knowledge. 2, scholars, researchers are going to love it. Writers, because they constantly collect data and thoughts and all of that. Inventors, they want to preserve things. Preachers, men of religion or women, They would love that. Historian, perhaps politicians and those who are involved in current events, and they want to watch things and hold into that. I do believe also it can be useful for the, crime investigators and criminal system in a way where we have a smarter way of getting tips quickly and act and go after the criminals, with the data. It could be very useful, and for business, for social and family, of course. Okay, everything goes, back to the family. So, so that is a complete cycle of who, and perhaps everybody would have a creative use of it, but socially and for travel reasons. Can I give you a few examples? All right. But for you not to take it too serious, let me give you an example. My wife is not feeling that well. I said earlier, okay, don't worry. Don't worry about food. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to make my delicious soup. She knows I have a very unique soup. It will impress even Red Redfern. Okay, so, and I said, don't worry, I'm going to get it. I'll do it for you. Now, I got behind with some work and all of that as usual. And she said, don't worry, I'm going to order and I'll have soup. Now, I'm not an idiot, okay? If I do that, if I allow her, she's going to be using all my life. In 2045, okay, she's going to tell me, do you remember at 7 o'clock in 2022, June 8th, okay? You ditched me. I wasn't feeling good. So that's a problem. I'm digging my own grave by designing all my life. Now, if I don't have it, she will forget in a couple of years. So I'm not gonna. So that's a cool side of it. But another side of it, how often do you meet people? Let's say in the food, we actively go out and eat and meet people, etc. We build relationship, but you build it not strong enough that you would remember next time. Especially if you are food savvy, you analyze it. Remember that chart? So at the end of the meal, I can give you the service was amazing, but this was, too dry, too, from a food perspective, and too salty, too, etc. Okay, I can give you details. There's no possible way I would recall that if I go to that place a year from now. I wouldn't even remember what did I order and how was it and who. Can you imagine if I pulled that phone and took a picture of my meal and I put 2 comments there, but the food, the server, and the person who took care of us. And when I go back there on my way, before I get in, I'm going to look back, say, listen, I want Lynn. She took care of us last time here. I want her to serve us today. Hi, Lynn, you probably don't remember, but I remember we were here last year on June the 3rd at 8:30, and this is what we've ordered, and this was exactly our experience. And I know what to order and not what to reorder because I have comments. Tiny thing, but now measure on that anything of a scale, whether it's a lesson, whether it's your doctor visit, I'm talking about socially, whether it's an occasion, it's a wedding, who came to your child wedding, who didn't come, what did they give you, all of that. So this is gonna be a little too revealing, but for you, obviously you could choose how you can monetize that. Obviously, everyone would walk away with a few things. Now, this is the technology's aspect of it. You could walk away with your own Wikipedia, encyclopedia, okay? So Jeffrey Morlock, just decides to create a your own public Wikipedia page, there will be the template and the content that is taken away from it. Okay, it's for you to edit, but it's ready. So that's something you would walk away with it. Secondly, biography, like a memoir, okay, a whole book. That's when I mentioned historian, politicians, all of that. They're going to love it. Okay, so now they will be able. It's ready. They don't have to reinvent the wheels. They just report everything that they go through or what matters to that career. Okay, and at the end of the day, it's already there, classified, archived, categorized, and just monetize it however you wish. Okay, and so you will have your book done for you. You're going to have your blog, personal blog, done for you. Okay, and you can play with it, subtract, add what you choose to reveal. Keep in mind, okay, because while you're feeding, you give it what you want. Okay, of course you want to be accurate with yourself. If you're not, that's a big topic. Okay, you will find that as needed. But if something, you know, in my career, I don't think it's a secret or confidential, for example, I'm adding that there. There's no need. So it's not like available to the public unless I choose to. Okay, and it depending where you put it. Now there will be some secrets or privacy, you know, things about somebody's illness. You don't want to share that with the whole world, right? Okay, your details, or you're tracking a pattern, a health issue, you'll be able to refer to that information when needed. It will help your doctors. You know, 15 years ago, your last dentist, what did they say? How did this evolve? How long did it take? In detail. Many times you ask me, Dr. Bill, well, when was the last time you had the root canal? I don't remember. I'm just going to give it a wild guess. In the last 25 years, I don't know when. Okay, but I'm going to be able to tell you this day, this is exactly what happened. This so, and up and go on and on and on and on. Now, if you want to utilize that with your clients, okay, you're going to blow their mind. Okay, whatever business you have, a retail, when your client come to you, hey, Dan Street, I remember you bought this from me to that, and you know what? I want to make it up to you. I felt you know, we overcharged you or something. That was 5 years ago. And man, it will blow your mind. This person couldn't sleep for 5 years. This is unbelievable. So you're going to remember their names, or they will, whatever the equation here. So I can go on and on, but I can tell you, it's one of my babies all my life. The possibilities are endless. However you want to play with it, it is yours, okay? But the packaging of the information, it will be disruptive in many ways, whether you want to publish it publicly, make it available with a certain group or individuals, with the wife or somebody, you know, even if you want to go all the way to your wallet access, or to your bank account information, or to want to share it with your spouse or somebody, a guardian, or that is useful. It is needed when you know, you will have, obviously, with the customization of ONPASSIVE, when and who, and there would be some security to unlock that. It's amazing. So we can go on and on and on. So the other topic we talked about, okay, Connect. I'm going to go back. I'm cheating. I can't help myself. I want to talk about it. I can't. But okay, Create. So yeah, Create is not what you think. Okay, it is definitely bigger. All right. So we are creating the websites and the content and all of that, but perhaps we want to leave that a la carte or on demand, or the customizable aspect. Okay, you never have to use it. Create, never. You don't have to. Okay, now, if you want to play with it, you're not going to break anybody. You're not going to break the computers. You're not going to create the system. Nothing. You want to play with it for fun and delete it, save it, However you want to do, it's your choice. But if you choose, or if you have a reason, if you have a need, again, everything is categorized. All right. What are you and what you're trying to accomplish? Number one, you want to build a website? There are themes of websites for business, for finance, for charity, for personal page, for food, for travel. They have theme. You select the template. Some of them blank. All right. Drag, drop. Drag, drop. Okay. Select. So you put a block for an image. You put a block for text. You put a block for title. Okay. And everything is customizable. It will starts with hello world, okay, and you build on. Now you can go miles and miles and miles upon miles deeper, and you can make it expandable. And I'm talking about a website, meaning multiple pages. You can create different pages in a website, not a single page, okay? A long one, flash one with a slider, with video, all types of website. You select the theme, the layout. That's one click. The category, the theme, the click out, okay? Perhaps, and you fill in the blank, there will be some basic foundations, but everything is customizable. That is what it is, okay? Now, you can have your own website. Might take you a couple of minutes if you have the text, okay? Tick, 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 okay? It might take you 10 seconds if it's a simple thing. All right, you want to announce an event, a webinar, or you want to create a quick page, okay, on your own domain name for a child birthday, okay, you want to invite your neighbors or so, it's a piece of cake, okay, and you have them in your own mail contacts in one group, neighbors, okay, or family, and just drop an email, and they have a link, and they have the details where you meet, what you do, bring and dress, and all that. It's for social, for anything. It's all connected together now. That is one category, website. Another thing, you're going to have a short website. Now, we're going to fade away. You all know Mari Di Garmo, you know capture pages or splash capture pages or squeeze page, as of now we call them. I'm still not sold on the name, but we call them, like the opt-in or the quick notification page. So let's call them short pages for now, which could be simply announcing a webinar, announcing an event, and a simple call for action. So a title, an image or a video, and a couple bullets. And so that's a simplified one. So a long, complete professional page of any category, any sector, and then short pages, and then WordPress. You have a template or multiple templates to choose. WordPress is an animal when it comes to SEO. They love it because it's customizable. You type what you want. So it's already there. All you have to do is type, delete, type, refill. Okay, the basic foundations. And of course, do we have library? Yes. We're going to keep on adding. There will be individuals in our different locations just feeding to the library, like, stock images, things we create, media materials, okay? We will have a lot, okay? Like videos from us, from the company that we make in events. Perhaps you can make your own and all of that, all right? So, so WordPress is one thing, but you might think of what about, to create a webinar, what do you call it, campaign, or you want to have multiple pages, like a redirect page and a follow-up integrated with OMail, and you're announcing a class or something with Academy, so the integration kicks off. So it's called the redirect, and it's called multiple layers of utilization. So you can go on and on. Now, any page you may desire, any kind of page, we don't need to keep on going with the examples, okay? But if you have it, it is there. You just select what you want, fill in the blank, or just go with it. It is, we're not done. Here's where it starts. Okay, so you have that instantly hosted live, okay, on the World Wide Web with your own domain name. Remember Jeffrey Morlock? Okay, we said we're gonna start tick, 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 tick. Now I have it on a domain name. I'm gonna call that page, June. Okay. Now what I'm gonna find is jeffreymorlock.com/June. It's already live. Whatever I just selected 2 seconds away, fresh, fresh from the oven. Okay, that's how it is. Instantly, you don't need to wait and go now shop for a host and where do I put it and what's a good name and all of that. So whatever you name that page, instantly it's live. So anybody would be able to create. Okay, so that's how we're making you the hero. You never thought I would create a web page. Even I, look at me, I will be able to create a website using OCreate. It's that simple, okay? And anyone will have it on their identity. But if you are so scared, all right, very skeptical that you're gonna destroy the planet by doing that, don't worry, you don't have to, and nothing will change, okay? Because you're gonna have a website at least every day. Because if there's an event, we'll give you your link to that event on your domain name, Engineer Michael, on your domain name. But at the same time, there's a daily website, Engineer Michael, March 22nd, okay? And so forth, and so forth, and so forth. So every day there's at least one website, and there's, a live webinar coming. You should be the one to get credit on that with OConnect, right? And the button is there for call for action. We want to make a campaign sales, or it is limitless. Listen, if the initial feeling that you're having, I'm confused, this is crazy, I love it. That's exactly how I want you to feel, okay? It is crazy. So back to OConnect. I'm kidding. You have to you have to stop me. Okay. All right. We're gonna really have fun with it. Okay. Really have fun with it. Like fun. Okay. Now, what about OMail? It's a mail system. Up until this morning, I thought it's the best email system, but now it's more than an email. Up until this morning, it was no doubt, it was the most incredible, valuable email system, no doubt, but just email to email. All right. Now, it's not an email only, it's a blast.
Wow. Shoo. Wow.
Greatest
Hey,
working.
Ash,
talk to me.
You have just really piqued my curiosity. And I'm sorry to interrupt like this, but as long as you're talking about OMail, the other day you had said in one of the webinars that OMail, the only thing that could come close to it is what you've got in your imagination. And there's a lot of us. Can
I
you
said that?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know I said that twice. That's amazing.
Yeah, and imagination, and that really got me going. Can you share some of the features perhaps that you haven't shared with us about this? I mean, I know it's huge, and I know it's the best thing going.
Man, I know these are public webinars. I really have a couple of things in my head, but and on the document here. What the heck? You're Jeffrey Morlock. Okay. So why not have a secretary to read for you?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I'm in my bed. Any of you does that? Okay. I don't want to read. I want to see with my eyes. Can I automate it to read sound to my headset? To read text for me?
Yeah.
It would be fun. Okay. Why email is boring? Boring. Okay. Why? Plain text, doesn't have feeling, anything. Doesn't touch our senses. The only thing is like our site, right? But if we incorporate other aspects of it, like hearing, music, background, that I can select to my recipient to hear, it's a soothing invitation. I'm trying to comfort one of my friends, okay, that everything is going to be okay. And, you know, just a personal note, but why not having that spa background music while they're reading? I'm inviting them to an exciting event announcing, oh, mail, it should have some drum rolls. Da-da-da-da is coming, okay? So I think that's enough, right? But more and more and more and more. But it's going beyond email. It's unemailing the concept of email and throwing every email to where they belong. And this is going to be fun, 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 fun. So I just thought about that.
Ash, will the email be also be able to be text? So can you text from the email?
What do you mean text? Like if it's a valid email?
Like no, to a phone. Text to a phone rather than email. Can the email just actually be put out so that
Are you saying like to sync it on the cell phone? Yeah,
so,
sync it. Yeah, we have sync. It's already synced.
So
syncable.
Okay, awesome. And
yeah, it's on the video. We can sync that to your mail, to your mobile, whatever the provider is. And yeah, so you would be able to read it there.
Okay, and I'm assuming that with the Create, you create a website, a web funnel. It could actually go to your email and start redirect. A drip campaign.
Yeah, that's a short one or anyone. Yeah, it's forgive me, Milo. Let's move from that. That's old. Okay, we're gonna have to open your mind and be patient with me. Okay, just allow me. Okay, to show you. Not necessarily because I don't want you to be in the same mind. We're recreating insanity. The same thing. Okay, why? It didn't work 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Not to where we want to go. It doesn't mean it was at the time. That's what we got. But now we got better and more advanced, because we're going way higher and above. So this, come on, yeah. So there's a smart link, just to comfort you with that, okay? There's what you call, okay, a smart link, a button, okay? One click, so it will be anywhere you embed it, anywhere, okay? On any of your websites. We will do that day and night on every application, okay? So it's simply, you click it, that turns into a field. Once you finish the field, at the end of it, submit. It's one place, one bar, okay, or a button if you wish, or a banner. We play with the size, don't worry. Okay, so it is there, you submit, right? And that individual gets an email, and it's like always, it says accept invitation, get access, get free access. This, okay, so it's always, oh yeah, sure. It's one click. They click it, now it's populating their name, email. Because remember, most of the information we know from our visitors on any of our properties, okay? We know where they are, like location, time zone, currency, language, all, we know so much. We know their IP address, etc. Okay, now we just, if you have their name and email address, pretty much you can go to the moon, okay? Then in the email, they click, and that is obviously the button wherever you want them to be. It's to be on my contact list, and it's automatically in your contact list, to attend my webinar, to follow me on ONET, whatever that action. So each product has its call to action and call for action different button, but it's one click, it's a smart link, not a form, it's not opt-in or subscribe or unsubscribe. Now, nobody would email anyone, nobody would email anyone or anybody from OMail, okay, without a permission. So the first time everybody's gonna receive accept communication from, Diane Lennon.
Mr. Ash?
You can block them. You can, put them back on the list, whatever you, obviously, because you need to have a permission to communicate with a person. So if you accept Diane, obviously, if you want to email her, also she would get a permission. Permission is a gentle knock on the door. You just don't want to walk into somebody's home. Be kind, be polite, knock on the door. They allow you in, no problem. And you put them in the perspective category, family, business, all of that. Hit me, Michael.
Yes, Mr. Ash. You know, every time there's some kind of fire, like our big brother, Mohammed Kamal say, you bring it to us all of this while. It is fire upon fire upon fire. A lot is going on. So, but I want to bring you to one of your webinars. You were telling us about some mailing system that you have before. That mailing system made a lot. I mean, you were on there with it, and it fetched a lot of apples. So, if that mailing system was what it is, and we had that kind of apples, then we are coming to something else that
much more, Michael. Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce the word.
Yeah.
So
I'm not in the business. What if, and let's see, and we will. No. It's a done deal. Whatever I told you is going to be done.
So we just want to get a little bit of comparison with that, so that we like the way you spark us.
It's an insult. Let's not compare. Yeah, but I'm going to go with the flow. Go.
Yeah. So I want to know a little bit these features that we have now, and we don't have them yet in the market. What would be the impact?
Very simple. Very simple. ONPASSIVE is a gigantic lobby, the dashboard. Okay. Okay. We want to make sure it can fit. It's a giant living room or lobby or green room, or what do you want to call it? Mall? I don't know.
Okay. You call it. You told us one time that is the biggest mall. Shopping mall. Yeah.
I'm trying to make it more friendly and kind of more to be more hospitality. I don't know what's hospitable. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. It's good to have sharp people around you. They can kick you when you're off track. Okay. So hospitable. We want to make it more friendly and hospitable. And the whole idea is to make it attractive, comfortable, perfect climate, not too hot, not too cold, not too rough, not pressure, that is likable from the 5 billion people who go online every day, and that is so huge, it's vast, that it can fit them with comfort without eating each other, okay?
Thank you very much.
That's it. Now, this is making no money. Anybody will tell you this is the dumbest businessman I've ever seen. I know Dr. Bill will laugh, okay? but that's step one, okay? So our goal is to welcome people, embrace them, not sell them. But once they have enough value in the most protected, comfortable environment they've ever been to, and now they have so many possibilities. All right, how many times you've been in Dubai, right?
Yes.
Yeah. When you go to Dubai Mall, okay, most people they go there as it's the largest mall on the planet, the busiest, okay, on the planet, and most people go there, okay. It's literally nothing. What is this? It's not Mecca. It's not Rushmore. It's not. What is there? It's desert, a big building, good air conditioning, nice design and lavish. Now, not only the local people go there, the whole world is like going to pilgrim there, okay? And that's the whole idea. So when you go there, mostly you're going to meet a friend there because it's a landmark. Like, where do we meet? Okay. You go there and you had no plan to spend any money. Some people, they just want to walk because it's hot. Just want to walk indoors, wander around. That's all they want to do. Some people, they just, whatever they want to, they have in mind, but I'm not into what people have in mind. I'm going to create that mall where people come in uncomfortable, but make no mistake, nobody walks in there without spending something. Because you're going to either eat there or you're going to buy there. Okay, so it's that simple. Doesn't take a genius. So have we made an internet cafe but virtual, like that's large? So that's the whole thing. We're going to create it, but people will buy a snack or something bigger, whatever they want to buy. We have it.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Ash.
And we connect them to everybody else. And like, it would be dumb not to come. It's free. So that's the whole idea, to have that gigantic, you know, where it suits 5 billion, if not more, without a blink, and people feel comfortable enough. If not this year, I mean, we want somebody to subscribe 5 years from now. We don't want them all to come in one day. Then what, right? So let them take the time. But somebody will be excited day one. Somebody will be more excited the next day. Somebody, it's done. And there's enough, I would say, potential lucrative success for all of us. Because you could define success in any way you want. I might want to be there because of the knowledge I want to gain, or the social life, okay, or because of, you know, the connection, the network, and all that. Some, they're just after that, you know, dollar sign. No problem, okay. Whatever you're in for, you'll find it, and it doesn't bother us, and that's not our area to dictate what you like and dislike.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ash. Over to you, Milo.
To my knowledge, I think we're doing good for humanity. Okay, we're doing good.
We're good.
We're good.
Ash, have you got any updates about the data transfer? Is that all going to plan?
Yeah, so they are configuring some of the live stuff. So it's more complex than it sounded. So it's going to require you know, some time, but it's already undergoing. Okay, I just probably shouldn't listen to the times they keep on updating. This time. So that time, I would just tentatively, any time, any day, it can go on briefly, it can go down. Hopefully we can minimize that to the least amount of time, and then we will come back. It is seamless. It's not going to be something, you know, that will affect or smell or vibrate.
I'm sure I'm the same as many founders, that I've never looked forward to a site going down so much as this one.
Yeah, it's one of the steps. There's so much going on, like, other than this, but the least to say, we should be not only extremely proud. I mean, if there's, what's the word, ultimately proud, like what is the most proudness, okay, or level of pride we could have? I couldn't be any prouder. Okay, let's invent something. Okay, what the heck, we can do that, right? We can rewrite the rules of engagement, okay, as we wish. Okay, who's the boss?
You freeze up, Mr. Ash. Oh,
We should be proud to the mass. Or what about that? Ass dummy, don't use it. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
I am proud, man, of everything that's going on. It's hard to sleep, I'll tell you that. And you know, the excitement that's building, it's amazing. You know, with everything that's
I
going
got
on.
it, Milo. You should be a proud in air.
There we go. Hey, I'd be one of them.
Yeah, proud in air.
Proud
It is,
in air.
you know, it's like a million and a millionaire. You should be proud in air, okay?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm just overexcited, you know, but to be on this journey, you know,
How about a
for
proud in air?
yeah, any of them. I am proud to be with ONPASSIVE.
Indeed.
You know, just a great family, and what you brought to us, so we can't thank you enough. And you know, for coming on here even and just dropping the golden nuggets, man. I say a lot of times, man, I paid thousands of dollars and I never hear what you tell me in, you know, 30 minutes, or, you know, when you walk in the room, we all listen. That's for sure.
Yeah, we are the school, definitely. All right, I'll walk away with the last story here. Okay, quick story happened today. Okay, you could say it's not about me, but it came through me. Okay, so I am not the core of the story, but I want you to walk away with the lesson at the end. So don't be thinking of me, Ash. Okay, it just happened with me, gentlemen. 7 o'clock in the morning, call, but with I don't need to say, from the U.S. Okay, very frustrated and, you know, bad language. All right, they used to say. All right, fraud. You are gonna be investigated for fraud. This, that. You stole money from my account. Blah blah blah. Wipe my account. Okay, and I see this information and this number, and I, you know, on the merchant. Okay, and okay, so I talked to the individual. I said, my name is Ash, and yes, the word founders dash ONPASSIVE is our business, so we have something in common. I'm going to walk you through something like 5 minutes, but how we can always not let somebody to take over and affect you with their personality and perspective. Stick to your core and to your character, no matter what it is, and they might change and come around. And watch this. This is probably one of the most aggressive personalities I've had in a while. Somebody's yelling and threatening and all of that. I said, okay, I assure you that there will be no money taken from your account. Whatever is done, I'm here to help you. But I wouldn't know anything unless I have more information. There's no possible way on earth that this company would go and guess your credit card or debit card information and decide to pull a transaction today. I kept getting this, you know, from my alert from the bank, this and that. Okay, I understand. It happened to me many times. So let me help you. I said, there's no way on earth I'm giving you a piece of information. You could tell me anything about you. Okay, I said, no problem. We are ONPASSIVE. We have a company. I'm here located. This is my name. This is my number. I'm talking to you from that number. Okay, I'm going to give you my email address. Don't worry, I'll give you all the information. But we've got to work together. Somebody's, you know, is hurting you. Okay, but trust me, let's assume it's not us as a company. There's no way we can do it technically. And he said, I understand. I said, okay, why don't you call the bank? Number one, I'm going to work with you. Don't give me any information. I trust, but I want to work with you. I'm going to assist you. Call the bank, close the car. There has to be somebody who got a hold of your card. There's no possibility that we will know and go and charge you. Somebody got a hold of you. And we don't store card information. I wouldn't know, okay? The only piece of information, we get an email address, but if that person is using your card, they use their email address, so I don't need your email address. It's useless. Don't give it to me. Now he's a little bit more breathing. Yeah, this guy's wanting to help me and not asking me for information. Makes sense, I guess. I said, you call the bank, you close the account, let's protect it, okay? Don't share any information, and I'm going to call you back. I called him back. Okay, the account is closed. Yeah, they wiped it off, nothing. I said, all the transactions that occurred today, you cancel them, like dispute them, like reject them, don't approve them, anything, okay? Then he started, okay, oh, it's only one transaction, but this company and this company, so this person got a hold of their card and they've been shopping. They wiped out the card. So we closed the card, we rejected all the payments, and now they're back in the account, in the balance. It's a Wells Fargo. I said, now, if you feel comfortable, that card is closed. If you give me the last 4 digits, which is done, there's no way I can guess, this would be a thread where I can trace that criminal. Because I want to know them, I don't want them in my business. Somebody used your card and they know what they're doing. I want them out of my business. You should have your money back anyway, okay? So there's no need for me unless you want to kind of limit those people, okay? And he said, you sound to be a genuine person. I appreciate you. And you know what? I'll share with you any information you want to know. You want my name? This is my name. This is my, okay. I said, no, I just need the last 4 digits. I don't need the number, okay? By the time he was done, I said, okay, I got it. It's a Visa card. It's this bank. Okay, Wells Fargo, this, that. Okay, yeah. He said, yes, that's all I need, okay? Now, but I don't know the card information. I said, this is exactly what happened. This person paid 7 times that they failed. One went through, obviously the first one, but they kept on paying for other accounts. We know the accounts they tried to pay, the person's name, not in the United States, outside, okay? And the radar of that merchant, Stripe, decided to block the card. But after so many attempts, but one succeeded. I said, by the way, you said the bank, oh, but there's still one payment that I owe it to you. I'm going to click refund. Don't worry, your card is closed, but the account is there. So we'll go to the account. I guarantee it will be on an account by the morning, okay? And he was in gratitude, and now he's nicer. He's talking to me more professional. He cut the F word and all that, language. Start talking to me English instead of French, okay? And now we're more buddies. So now I can talk to him what could happen, and he realized that I went through hell and uglier, and I said, there's nothing. Okay. I think $700 something was in his account that was wiped out. That I did have my fair share and all of that. At the end, he was literally telling me, okay, I would love to know more about this founders ONPASSIVE. Okay. Sound like a legit business. You guys are taking care of your people. You didn't have to do that. And he said, if you want me to contact anybody, like your your supervisor, and tell them how amazing of a person you are and how much you helped me, and so you definitely need to be recognized. Okay, I said, let me put my wife on the phone. That's the only boss I have. You're talking to the to the owner of the company, and we had a laugh and a laugh, and it ended. We could hug, like if we were in person, we could literally have a meal together and all that. Here's the lesson. Here's the lesson. Because of what they're used to, because of the insecurity, because of, okay, I'm afraid this is fraud. Okay, I got like 10 times, fraud on my phone. It has to be a fraudulent person. But until they deal with you directly and without a threat, at their comfort, I'm not pushing anything, but I'm genuinely giving you a solution. This is the psychology of ONPASSIVE. People will really understand that we are a true, genuine, ethical solution to many things in life and many aspects of life. And they would realize that we're not here to harm, and they would come not only with a strong heart and all of that, but they would come with love, not out of fear, not being pushed in it, okay? And they would deal with it as it's their own business, and they would hold the bat and they would fight for it. That is not a business. That is a movement. That is a revolution. Okay, when you have those people, this is what I'm trying to replicate through you. Stay who you are, and have the character of ONPASSIVE through you, regardless of how people deal with you, or they might say or not say. Okay, we are who we are, and I have like no more pride I could add. I'm really to the maximum. I'm a super proudinaire, and I just want you to believe that it's only going to get better, but collectively. All right, good is there, and even that guy, if I reacted to what he said emotionally, then he would have trapped me and dragged me into a swamp or to a shallow level that I shouldn't go there. Okay, but stick there, stay high, stay above, keep your chin up. They will come to you, and always the truth will emerge, and it will win. The facts will come up, and you don't have to push it. So we have so much to tell. Okay, so we should be all proud in air.
All right.
Hey, my time is up.
Thank you, Mr. Ash. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. If you got time for one question, I see Jeffrey Morlock's got his hands up. If not, we appreciate you.
Yeah, I just got a text. You have only 10 more minutes. Okay, so I have a permission for 10 more minutes.
All right, Jeffrey, go ahead with your question.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I certainly appreciate that, Milo, and going on my behalf. Mr. Mufareh, obviously your words are greatly appreciated, and we look so forward to you. Thank you for sharing yourself with us tonight. You opened up the topic that I wanted to ask a question about, and the other night on the webinar, you spoke about those bad eggs in a way. Sure. That use social media to hurt the founders, hurt you even, and hurt ONPASSIVE.
Yeah.
You mentioned some legal things, some lawsuits and such. Is that information that you provided, is that something that we can share in a public video if it's got the right language? Is that all right to do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, but here's the thing, like you're gonna start, what kind of impression are we trying to give about ONPASSIVE? Like, okay, are we involved in like so many lawsuits and all that? Let's focus on the real deal, the values, the products, the core of our mission here, instead of, I mean, I don't know how much useful it is. Trust me, we get easily attacked daily, okay? Easily, safely, I can tell you, daily. And some days are very harsh, okay? Different levels, different capacities. There's no possible way, if we're not real and we are the truth and they are the bogus, we would sustain, and they are vanished. They keep, okay, remember that quickly. I don't know if you know it, Jeffrey, but I think Red and Marty, they know it. Charles Osang shared a story with us a while ago. Is it the falcon or the eagle? They fly, and then
it's the eagle. Eagle.
The crow, try to kind of piggyback on their back, okay, and fly along with them. And the eagle doesn't get bothered. It just keeps flying and soaring and flying and higher and higher. With time, the crow will just drop by itself. It just cannot go that high. Eagle is eagle, crow is a crow, okay? And the ONPASSIVE is ONPASSIVE, the truth is the truth. Allow me to mute that person, okay. And the truth will always thrive and go higher, and the garbage would drop. So, but listen, we just expanded our legal activities in different regions and all of that, and we continue to do that. And it's not going to stop. Okay, our media, our OMR, what is it? Online management reputation. Okay. So we invest in that. And it is important, okay, because you hurt the reputation of ONPASSIVE. Not only you spoil the motivation and the proper information with the actual founders / customers, users, beneficiaries of ONPASSIVE, okay, the staff will be hurt because now they are going to be questioned by their families, and not such a reputable company. To bring in more talent, we're not even halfway with how many more we want to recruit and onboard. Okay, so that would affect somebody who's coming, and would affect somebody who's getting paid and making a living and feeding their family from ONPASSIVE. That will affect the sales and the potential of the millions to come, all the missions, all the humanitarian impact that is piled up for ONPASSIVE. That would be spoiled for somebody's idiocy or lack of knowledge or typical silly pity mediocrity that they're accustomed to. They would just blab on where there's a crowd and they get some views and all that. That's just the wrong way to build a business or to make a living. And it has a price. It has a cost. I didn't invent that. So if it was me, I never bother. I would never even know. If it doesn't look like something, I would never watch. I would never. But it's because of the protection of this, massive empire. It's not. ONPASSIVE will be the biggest company on the planet. Make no mistake. Okay, in a very short time, it will be bigger than all the vendors we deal with them. I smile all the time, like they're trying to accept us and get approval with this, with that, this bank, this company, this country, this, that. Listen, we're going to be the boss, and then they will be honored that one day they served us, okay? No mistake. But I wouldn't bother. I would keep soaring like an eagle, and they would drop like flies. Perhaps the legal track will be there. It's a part of the game. I mean, Alibaba has 300 lawyers. Jack Ma, okay, 300 lawyers. We don't have that many, hopefully, transactions and dilemma when it comes, because it's a lot of products and so many things involved. I hope, that we don't need to get that, but if we need to get 3,000 lawyers, we will have them. I mean, if we need to hire judges and courts and Supreme Court to work for us, I don't mind it.
Awesome.
They got money, we got money. They got power, we got power. They got value, we got value. If somebody otherwise trying to blab and bark at us, we're going to smack them on the head.
Stand our ground. Awesome. Ash, we're down to just a few more minutes with you, and wonder if I can bring one more on for one more question.
Sure.
Real quick.
Let's do the last one. Yes.
Stephen, come on down and ask your question. Let's try to keep it to a couple minutes. We're just we're only 4 minutes away from Mr. Ash's timeline. Stephen Watson.
Hey, Milo, are you hear me?
I hear you. Come on. You got something to ask Mr. Ash?
Hey, Stephen.
Yes, I'm actually.
Good.
Hey,
good to
Ash.
reconnect, brother. How are you?
I'm doing better and better. Excuse
Fantastic.
my background. I'm in a car driving. I drive for Uber. And this is actually what I wanted to ask, Ash. You came on blowing our mind as usual, talking about world domination. And I'm thinking with all the with Oh My Life and this other stuff, we spend a lot of time in our cars. So I was thinking, would, if too far-fetched, well, nothing is far-fetched, like I say, one can think it, to have something ONPASSIVE related, dedicated to the car For instance, we're always on our phones. Everything is on our phones. But then you get in a car, the phone can be a distraction. So I was thinking probably, that the Tesla dashboard, it has pretty much everything there. I was thinking on passive related, because there's going to be so many founding members in ONPASSIVE. They get in a car, immediately on their fingertips or whatever, they can say, okay, I'm going to log into ONPASSIVE, whatever function that I'm going to be dealing with on that particular car ride or whatever the case may be. Is that too far-fetched of an idea? Something that
we get. Remember, we have innovative labs, and we have labs that are specified in specialized in mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, okay, etc. And the car was brought up, in several ideas and products. However, we're clear on our lane, okay? So we prefer to leave that automobile industry for the good players. You got some very legendary car makers, but they will use ONPASSIVE in some aspects. Remember, the challenge for them, and I feel with them, okay, we have such an amazing advantage. Okay, we're building from the ground up. Okay, so we get to come up like with AI, with everything. Everything is built in from the inception. So it is more natural. It's more, I would say, kind of boldly connected. Versus for them, they're going to have to refurbish. They're going to have to remake and all that. And the cost of the car, it doesn't allow, because a car that is 10 years is depreciating, and now you're going to add something that is more valuable to it's not going to revive. Okay, so it's better to invest in the human, but we have something that will be in every car. That's a different statement, a complete different direction, and go think, what is the one thing that every car would use, and we would be the only provider to it. So I think in the US, probably 200 million cars. We can look it up. Yeah, 150, maybe 2 million cars on the streets of America alone. All right. Okay, how many cars? I have Uncle Google here. How many cars are? Oh, I was going to ask how many. 1.4 billion vehicles in 2019 in the world. All right. What is the one thing? Okay, this is a homework. What is the one thing that 1,400,000,000 cars would use, and all the other next 104 billion?
That would be old tracker, Ash.
No idea. I have no idea.
That's gonna be old tracker. You can't win me on this, Ash. That's old
Bigger,
tracker. I got
bigger.
it.
No. They would need it.
Yes, they'll need it.
No. The car wouldn't run without it.
Not necessarily.
You want something that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an accessory. Okay, something more. Okay.
Okay.
And something that people are gonna kiss ONPASSIVE for it. Okay.
Wow.
I think that's enough. I didn't plan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ash.
Wow.
Keep up the good work. Thank you, Engineer Michael. Great work. I'm still catching up with yesterday's session. Perhaps Jeffrey, Len, and I heard Milo and Dan and Marty Garmo as usual. Red, you're doing a great work as well. Thank you all, Marciana, and of course Dr. Benny. I have a lot of. I want to say all of your name. My sister Cynthia here, she's also an idea maker. Okay, Dr. Bill, heard him before. So all of you, great thinkers.
Love you. I love you. I love you.
And the word I say, passive genius founders. Okay, because that's it. No more smart people will be coming to hold your position. So Keep up the good work. What I would see in the future, very soon, we will have a facility on the innovation and on innovative labs. Like we can make a portal on the website where you can submit an idea that will be screened machinery, okay, or artificially, okay. And if it's worthy, it will be submitted to a committee that will be just specialized to screen those ideas if they're worthy, okay, until it gets to me. If it gets to me, then it's something that is more likely viable, and that's more work for me. It will be done. Not limited to technology and AI. So if anything that is valuable and worthy to human beings, we will do it. We're committed to that. We're passionate about compounding that value, no doubt. So don't worry, we'll have all those ideas, whether it's a car, whether it's a quick hack. How can you become a master belly dancer in 5 seconds? Whatever genius, crazy idea you have, we will make it happen. All right, just think about it. Don't think about the high on how much. Think of it. If you think, okay, flying pizza without a delivery guy, we can do that. No problem.
All righty, thank you.
I'm kidding. Don't be emailing me 1,000. Oh, that's a good idea. I want to order flying pizza. I'm kidding, but I wasn't kidding about make the ideas. Yeah, okay. So I don't think it's worth it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ash, for coming tonight and blessing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Dropping all those golden nuggets. We appreciate it. And thanks to the special guests that we had on tonight. Mr. Red Redford from the UK, Mr.
He's
Marty
unbelievably impressing me. Wow.
And Lynn Nakamoto helping us on the backside, and Mr. Michael, Engineer Michael, and Jeffrey Morlock. Thank you guys all, but it's all important that all of you were here, because if you wasn't here, we wouldn't have a show. Thank you so much for coming, and that ends our show for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Good night from Nashville.
Good night.
Good night from
Good night. Thank you, Ash. Good night.
From
Good
Maryland.
Night.
Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Ash.